Welcome back to Echoes of Vinca. Today, we re-stepping into the shoes of our ancient ancestors to explore what daily life was like in the Vinca Kultur. From food and housing to traditions and social interactions, we're reconstructing the world they lived in based on archaeological discoveries and expert theories. So, let's take a journey back in time. 1. The Vinca settlements. Home and community Vinca people lived in carefully planned settlements, some of which were among the largest in Neolithic Europe. These villages were structured with houses built close together, showing signs of early urban planning. What were their houses like? Vinca homes were made of wattle and daub, a combination of wooden frames covered with clay and straw. The walls were often plastered and painted, indicating that aesthetics mattered to them. These homes had thatched roofs and were designed to keep inhabitants warm in winter and cool in summer. Inside, a typical Vinca house included a central hearth for cooking and warmth, raised clay platforms that functioned as beds or workspaces, storage areas for food, pottery, and tools. Some settlements also had multi-room structures, suggesting that families lived together in extended households where multiple generations shared the same space. How did they organize their villages? Unlike chaotic clusters of houses, Vinca villages were well organized, featuring streets and public spaces. Archaeologists believe that some communities had designated areas for trading, crafting, and social gatherings, indicating a structured society. 2. Food and agriculture. What did they eat? Farming and livestock. Vinca people were skilled farmers and herders, growing crops such as wheat and barley, which they ground into flour for bread, lentils and peas, providing essential protein, flax, which was used both for food and to make textiles. Alongside farming, they raised animals like cattle and sheep, used for meat, milk, and hides, pigs, a common protein source, goats, which were adaptable to different environments, foraging and hunting. Despite their focus on farming, Vinca people also relied on foraging and hunting. They gathered berries and nuts from nearby forests, wild herbs for seasoning food and medicinal use, fish and shellfish from rivers, adding variety to their diet. Cooking methods. Their cooking methods were simple but effective. Food was prepared using clay ovens built inside houses, stone grinding tools for processing grains, boiling, roasting, and smoking techniques to preserve food. 3. Clothing and personal appearance. What did they wear? Vinca clothing was made from woven flax and wool, dyed using natural pigments from plants and minerals. Their attire was simple yet practical, tunic-like garments for both men and women, leather footwear crafted from animal hides, fur cloaks during colder seasons. Jewelry and adornments. Personal appearance mattered in Vinca society. They crafted jewelry from bone and shell beads for necklaces and bracelets, copper ornaments, as they were among the first metal workers in Europe. Intricate carvings on personal accessories, possibly reflecting social status or spiritual beliefs. 4. Social structure and daily activist roles in societal life. In Vinca culture revolved around community cooperation. While there was likely no strict hierarchy, roles were divided based on skill and need. Farmers tended crops and animals. Potters and artisans created beautiful ceramics and tools. Hunters and foragers gathered food from nature. Spiritual leaders or shamans possibly led rituals and ceremonies. A typical day in the Vinca civilizationally morning, women and children prepared food, while men tended to livestock or worked in fields. Midday, community members gathered for meals, sharing resources and stories. Afternoon, artisans crafted tools and pottery, while others traded goods with neighboring settlements. Evening, families gathered around the hearth, possibly telling stories or engaging in rituals. 5. Religion and rituals. Beliefs and worship. Spirituality was an essential part of Vinca life. While no written records exist, their artifacts give clues about their beliefs. Figurines of goddesses, suggesting reverence for fertility and nature. Burial practices, where the dead were sometimes buried with tools or ornaments. Symbols and patterns carved into pottery, possibly linked to rituals, seasonal celebrations. Like many Neolithic cultures, the Vinca likely celebrated seasonal changes with ceremonies marking harvest to thank nature for abundance, winter solstice rituals symbolizing renewal, birth and death rites, honoring the cycle of life. 6. The art and innovation of the Vinca people. Pottery and craftsmanship. Ceramics are among the most distinctive in Europe, featuring intricate geometric patterns and human-like figures. These pieces weren't just for decoration, they held cultural and symbolic significance. Metallurgy. The dawn of the copper age. Of the most groundbreaking achievements of the Vinca people was early metalworking. They mined and smelted copper, marking a shift from stone tools, created ornaments and small tools, setting the stage for future advancements. Their innovations paved the way for the Bronze Age, influencing later European civilizations. 7. The legacy of Vinca daily life. Even though the Vinca culture eventually faded, their way of life influenced generations to come. Today, archaeologists continue to uncover more details about their customs, technology, and society. By studying how they lived, we gain a deeper understanding of our own roots and the evolution of civilization. Their daily routines, from simple meals to innovative crafts, remind us that human ingenuity has always shaped the world around us. Final thoughts. Life in the Vinca civilization was rich, structured, and full of ingenuity. They were more than just early farmers, they were innovators, artists, and community builders whose influence can still be seen in the archaeological record. What aspect of Vinca life fascinates you the most? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this journey back in time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more content from Echoes of Vinca. Until next time, keep exploring history.